Welcome to JKRB online classes. I am your computer teacher and today we discuss about our third chapter, that is calculating with Microsoft Excel 2010. So Excel is a spreadsheet program that allows you to store, organize and analyze informations. And also in Excel we can do any calculations. So in mathematics, when we are doing anything, for that we are using formulas. So here also we have to know some formulas, because by the help of that formulas we can do any calculations in Microsoft Excel. So for that we have to discuss now formulas in Microsoft Excel 2010. Formulas in Microsoft Excel. So what are the formulas that are we use in Microsoft Excel to do some calculations? So Excel is used to calculate data that I told now. We will learn about the features of calculations data in Microsoft Excel through the formulas and functions. So we know that we can apply some formulas in Microsoft Excel. Formulas begins with an equal sign and contains mathematical operations. In mathematics, we are using so many formulas. And in Microsoft Excel, the formula is begin from the sign of equal. Means from this sign, the formulas is start in Microsoft Excel. So for this, we have two types of operators. One is arithmetic operator, another is comparison operator. So the first one is arithmetic operation. For this we have two operators, like one is arithmetic operator and another is comparison operator. Arithmetic operator, second one is comparison operator. So what are those under arithmetic operator? We know we are using these signs, this sign, this sign, this and this. So these five are going under arithmetic operator. So first one, we know it is used for adding numbers, and this is for subtract numbers. This is used for subtract number, and this is used for divide numbers, and this is we use for multiply numbers, and this is used to calculate the percentage. So this is addition, this is subtraction, this is used for divide, and this is used for multiply, and this is used for calculate the percentage. So like that, now we know about what is comparison operator. Comparison operator means in which operator we can compare the things. Means like for example, like we have two numbers and we have to compare which is bigger or which is smaller. Like that comparison, for that we use the comparison operator. So in comparison operator, first is coming the equal sign. This is, you know what is the sign? It is used for equal. Means it is we used to equal. We are giving this sign to. It is used to get the answer for the formula. When we are writing something and when we are writing the answer, before that we are using these signs. So the next one is greater than. This is the greater than symbol. It is used to find out the number that is greater than the condition. Means when a condition is given, if that condition is greater than, then we can use this sign. And after that, which sign this is? This is a lesser than condition. If the condition is lesser, then we use this sign. After that, we are using greater than equal to, lesser than equal to. This is used for if it is used to find out the number that is greater than or equal to the condition. And like that symbol is used for find out the number that is lesser than or equal to the condition. Next is, it is used to find out the number that is not equal to that condition. This is greater than, this is lesser than, this is greater than equal to, lesser than equal to, and this is not equal to. So now we are going to know about entering a formula. How we can enter a formula. So the next is entering a formula. We can type formulas in any active cell of the worksheet. For entering a formula, we can type the formula and we can type the formula in the active cell of a worksheet. So students, for entering a formula, we have to follow some steps. So the first step is open the worksheet on which you want to apply a formula. Means we have to open a Excel sheet in which we want to give the formulas. Next step is click on the cell where you want to enter the formula. Means in which cell we want to give that formula, we have to click on that. After that, type is equal to sign in the cell to start with the formula. Like here you can see, students, here we have to click on where the same equal to sign will appear in the formula bar also. Here we have to click on and we have to type the formula. So after that, we have to click on the first cell to insert the value. We have to click. Here you can see, here the system, we have to click and we have to enter the value of that value. After that, type an operator after the number. After this, we have to type an operator. Means before I told some arithmetic operator are there and some comparisons operators are there. So we have to click. We have to give a operator over there. After that, click on next cell to enter the next value. After giving that one value, we have to click on next cell and we can give that next value to the system. After that, repeat step 5 and 6 and to enter the next operator and values. How much we want to give that values to the cells, we have to follow the 5 and 6 steps. Means we have to first give the click on the cell and we have to give a values. After that, press the enter key. After you have completed the formula. When we can give all the formulas, we have to press the enter key and the answer will appear in the cell and the formula will be visible in the formula bar like this. So students, now we can know how to edit a formula, because when we are typing some formulas, sometimes also it is make wrong, means wrong answer also came if we give the wrong instructions. So for that, when we are entering a wrong anything, a wrong value or wrong formula, then we have to edit that formula. So how we can editing a formula? Now I can tell you some steps for editing a formula. So students, for editing a formula, the first step is open the worksheet that contains a formula. Means in which worksheet in which worksheet the formula is there, we have to open that worksheet. formula will appear in the cell. Means we have to click on the cell contain the formula. In which cell the formula is there, we have to click on that, and the value will disappear and the formula will appear in the cell. Means when that result have come, no, means if we give that for addition, then there the there the added value is there, then that value will disappear and the formula will come. Like this you can also see, like this that formula will come. After that click at the point where you want to edit the formula. Means in which place that formula has wrong, we have to click on that. After that delete the wrong data and enter the correct data from the keyboard. By the help of keyboard we have to delete that previous means wrong formula and we have to give the new formula, means we have to give the correct formula. After that press the enter key, the new result will appear in the cell. After doing all those things, we have to press on enter key and the new result will appear in the cell like this. So students, after this we have to we can know now how to copying a formula. Means how we can copy a formula. So students, now we know about copying a formula. Why we need to copy the formula? Because sometimes that same formula we have to apply in so many cells. So for that we don't have to type in every time that same formula again and again. It is so time taking. So we can easily copy that formula and we can paste everywhere that formulas and no need to type again. So for that we have some steps. The first step is open the worksheet. After that enter the formula in the cell. We have to first enter the formula once. After that click on the cell containing the formula. Take the mouse pointer to when we are enter the formula, click on the cell containing the formula like this. In this you can see that. After that we have to take the mouse pointer to the bottom right corner of the cell. The mouse pointer changes to a plus sign. When we drag the mouse pointer to the right corner, the mouse pointer will change to the plus sign. This sign will come. After that drag the mouse with the plus sign to copy a formula into another cell. After that we have to only drag that cell and we can copy that formula. After copying the formula, the result will appear in all the cells to which the formula is copied. Like this, that the result will came in all the cells. So after that we have to we can now learn about functions. So now we can learn about functions. So function is a built-in formula that can be directly used on the data to perform calculations. By the help of these functions, this is a built-in formula, means we don't have to build in. Previously we are reading we can study that how we have to give that formula, but in functions it is already made and we can just directly use that formula. Functions are used in place of formulas. They are ready-made formulas, and functions include sum, min, max, sum, min, max. Like so many functions are there. And what is all these functions? Now we can briefly study about this. So the first one is mathematical functions. Means there are so many types of functions are there. The first types of function is mathematical functions. The first one is mathematical functions. So students, you have to remember all these functions the first one is sum. So what the function is do? It adds up the values in a range, means it can add the values in a range, and after that the next function is sum if. So sum if works adds it what it works. It adds all the values in a range that meets specific criteria. Means it can add values in a range, and it adds all the values in a range that meets some criteria. Means sum if means we have to give they give a if do means do like this if the addition is this. In that condition it will work. Previously no. After when you study so many things in computer, then you can know about all this function briefly. So after sum and sum if, the next is sum ifs. This function adds values in a range based on multiple criteria. It can add the values in multiple criteria. After the sum product. Sum product, it works sum a range of cells that meet multiple criteria. Next one is round. So round a number to a specific number of digits. After that, round off. In round a number up to a specific number of digits. It round the number off, and next one is round down. It round the number downwards. Means it round the number down up to a specific number of digits. After that is this much we have to remember in mathematical functions. Next one is our statistical functions. So the next function is statistical function. So in statistical function, the first one is count. So what count is works for? Counts all the values in a range. The next one is average. It calculates the average number from a range of values. The next one is max. So max finds the maximum value in a range, and min finds the minimum value of a range. The next one is counted. Counted counts all non-empty cells in a range. Means means in which cell we are putting some values. That values it can count. The next one is count blank. It counts all blank cells in a range. Next one is count if. This is students in which functions one if came means it goes to a statement, means it can meet that range if the condition is that, then only it can count the range. After that, average if. that, we can go to text functions. The third one is text functions. In text function, the first one is length. It returns the length in number of character of a content of a cell. The next one is it repeats a character a specified number of times. Means when we give some instruction to repeat these times, then it can repeat that character to that number of times. Next one is trim. So it removes unwanted space from cells. Next is left. So in left, it extracts a specific number of character from the start to a cell. The next one is right. It extracts a specific number of character from the end to end of a cell. The next one is mid. In mid, it extracts a specific number of character from the middle of a cell. The next one is upper. So in upper, it converts the content of a cell to uppercase, and in lower, it converts it to lowercase. Uppercase, lowercase, you know, it's in capital or in lower. Next one is proper. Next one is proper. It converts the cell into a proper case. Means when the sentences begin, it have to give that in a upper letter, and next one is in lower. That is the proper case, and it proper function is used for to convert the contents of a cell to proper case. Next one is replace. So in replace, it replaces the existing character in a cell with a different set of characters. Next one is our financial function. So in financial function, last one is P&T function. So P&T it used to calculate loan repayments based on constant payments and a constant interest rates. Means it is basically used in bank because they have to learn that payment. So it is easy to calculate by the help of these functions. The next one is rate. In in a period of an investment. And next function is lookup and reference functions. So the next function is lookup and reference functions. So first one is VLOOKUP. In this, it looks vertically down a list to find a record and returns information related to that record. The next one is HLOOKUP. So this HLOOKUP looks horizontally across a list to find a record and returns information related to that record. Next one is match. So this match returns a position of a value in a list. Next one is index. So it returns an item from a specific position in a list. Next one is indirect. So in this indirect, it allows you to use a cell reference entered as a text. So this is all about lookup and reference function. Now we can learn about logical functions. In logical function, the first one is if. So this if function is used to test a condition and take alternative actions depending on the result. The next one is AND function. So AND function is test up to 30 conditions using a logical AND. Means by the help of AND function we can test up to 30 conditions. So the next one is OR. So this in OR we can test up to 30 conditions using logical OR. And also we can test 30 conditions. In OR function also we can test 30 conditions. The next one is if error. In this if error, it performs a specified action if a formula evaluates to an error and display the formula result if not. Means it performs a specified action if a formula evaluates to an error. Means when a formula gives an error, then it displays the formula results if not. The next one is date and time function. Date and time function. In this, the first one is today. So in date and time function, the first one is today. So it returns the current date. So the now one is now. So the next function is now. It returns the current date and times. Next one is date. In date, it returns the sequential serial number from the specified date. Next one is day. So in day, it returns the date corresponding to a date represented by a number between 1 to 13. Next one is month. It returns the month corresponding to a date represented by the number between 1 and year. Like this, year, workday, weekday, network days, and you months are there. You have to read that. After that, we can discuss about entering a function. So now we can learn about entering a function. For this, we have to follow some steps. In step 1, we have to open a worksheet. In second step, we have to go click on the cell where we want to enter the function. Like this, we have to click on the cell. After that we have to click on insert function button and the formula tab. Here we have to click on and we have to give some insert function. The insert function dialog box will appear. This is the dialog box of insert function. Here click on the down arrow of select a category. Here we have to click on, and here some dialogs are came. The drop down list of available function will appear. Here which drop down lists are there, that will show, and after that we have to click on function category we want to use. What we want to use, we have to click here. After that we have to select a function. This is the function dialog box. After selecting this, we have to click on OK. After this, the function argument dialog box will appear. This is the function dialog box. Here we have to click on first box and enter the first number. Here we have to click on the first number. After that, click on the cell to enter the first number. The cell reference will appear in the textbook and number 1. Next one is click on the second box to enter the first number. Again we have to click on number 2 and we have to give the number. After that, click on cell to enter the second number. The cell reference will appear in the textbook of number 2. Here like this the number 2 will appear. Again repeat the steps 10 to 11 to enter the value of the cells. After that, click on OK. After giving all the values, we have to click on OK. The result of the function will appear in the cells. Here you can see the result. So after that, we can now learn about perform column calculations. So in perform common calculations can be performed in a worksheet quickly. Means by the help of worksheet, we can perform any calculations very quickly. For that, we have to follow some steps. In first step, click on the cell on which you want to enter the function. After that, click on home tab. This is the home tab. After that, click on the down arrow of function. A drop down list of some common function will appear. Here you can see some drop down common applications are came. After that, click on the function you want to use. From this, which function we want to use, just we have to click on that. After that, a moving outline will appear around the cell. Like you can see, these dotted lines are moving. It can move and it can also include in the calculations. After that, press enter key. The result will appear in the cell. Here we have to press the enter key, and the result will be appear in the cell. After that, we can discuss about quickly displaying sum and average. So for this, we can also find the sum and average of certain numbers very quickly. For that we have to follow two steps. The first one is open the worksheet, and the next one is select the cells whose sum you want to calculate. We have to open the sheet where which cell we want to sum, and we want to calculate. The sum and average of numbers in the cells will appear in the right side of the status bar like this. So students, today we finish our third chapter. So your homework is your exercise. Try to do by yourself, and that functions you have to remember.